Welcome to the FL Community Podcast, created for the community by the community, where we discuss living with follicular lymphoma with a particular focus on thriving beyond diagnosis both physically and mentally. The following podcast is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. Please speak with your doctor before making any health decisions. Hello and welcome everybody to the very first episode of 2026 of the FL Community Podcast. Today we'll be talking about our New Year's resolutions and what we have coming up this year in 2026. And hello to Paul, our co-host, and Nicola, our producer. Let's get moving.
Hi, both. Happy New Year.
Hello and Happy New Year to you.
I can't believe it's 2026 already. It's crazy.
I know. How was your holidays?
Mine was great. I stayed here in Spain. I was in Malaga with my husband's family for Christmas, and then we went to Granada, just nearby, for New Year, which was really
Oh,
beautiful.
lovely.
Yeah, it was intense, but full time with the family, but really, really lovely, gorgeous time. But I'm also happy to be back to my routine and my work.
Yes.
And the sun is shining again, although I think
Oh,
it's not great right now in the UK, Nicola.
no, we had a storm last night. It's
Mm.
snowing and windy and freezing and horrible. So
Oh dear, I'm
yes,
sorry. Come to Spain.
No.
yes.
Oh, how was your Christmas, Nicola, and your New
Oh,
Year?
it was lovely. Yeah, it was very family orientated. We hosted Christmas Day. Took my nephews to see Santa and the Panto, and it was lovely. And it was my sister's 50th as well at New Year, so we had a big party for that. So it was very busy but lovely. Yeah, so
Good.
Oh,
Was your Christmas dinner a success?
yes, Andy's a great chef. He
oh,
does all the cooking. Yeah, it was lovely.
Good.
Very nice.
oh.
Yeah, how was yours, Nikki?
It was stinking hot. It was 43 degrees on Christmas Day here. Oh my goodness. We spent most of the day by the pool, which was nice, and it was quite quiet during the day. So, but we've met up with the family in the evening and had, we usually have a bit of a games night on Christmas night.
Oh,
So
lovely.
we had dinner and games. Yeah, it was really nice. And then on Boxing Day, we have the Boxing Day sales. So everybody gets all their Christmas money, all the kids, and we go to the shops and they all buy all the things that they wanted for Christmas but didn't get.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, and then had a nice quiet New Year's and by the pool because it was still very hot. So and it
Oh,
still is
lovely.
at the moment. So yeah, very different to you, Nicola. What's the weather like
Yeah.
for you, Paul? It's winter there, isn't it,
Yeah, it's
in
still
Spain?
winter, but it's just milder. Today and yesterday it was really nice. We'll be on what day is it? On the beach in the morning tomorrow doing a boot camp workout and then jump in the freezing water.
Uh,
But it's still nice. Very obvious that we're British when we're jumping in the sea. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's been storms here as well, so there's lots of rain, but it's mild compared to
Yeah.
the UK. But because we don't really have much heating here, um, you've got like space heaters, which I've got on now. Like it's cold in the house, so I feel colder in the winter here than I do in the UK. But then I go
yeah.
outside in the sun and it's really warm. So it's a bit of different seasons within the same day, it feels like
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Well, I recently saw my hematologist for my 6-month checkup. So, as most of you might know, I recently have relapsed about 6 months ago, and so the lumps have started to grow, and a few have grown, a few more have grown over the last 6 months, and I saw Dr. Chia on Tuesday this week. And he believes it's quite stable at the moment.
That's
So he
good.
said he's quite happy for me to continue on watch and wait. I had my bloods done. My immunoglobulins are much lower than what they were last time. So got to try and work on boosting my immune system. But what he did say to me, and I don't know if anybody saw, I put a post up a few weeks ago in the community about my appetite has been so low, and I've been really struggling to boost that, and
Mm.
because I need to increase my weight. I've lost quite a bit of weight at
Mm.
relapse, and I got some really good ideas from the community, which was really good. And
But what I found helped me the most was increasing my exercise regime. So, yeah, and it makes sense, if I'm exerting more energy, my body's going to, want more energy, intake. So, yeah, so I already do about 5 Pilates classes a week. So I thought I was doing enough. And I was a little bit apprehensive of doing too much cardio because I didn't want to burn too much fat and lose even more weight.
Yeah.
So when I went and saw Dr. Cheer on Tuesday, he said to me, you need to do some strength training, which I agree. Yes, I do. I really should have been doing that. And he said, I want you to get your heart rate over 130 beats per minute for at least half an hour every single day.
Wow.
And and I thought, okay. So I went and bought an Apple Watch so I can record what my heart rate is throughout the day. So I've been doing that. And since I've been doing that, I have been eating so much. I've been hungrier.
Oh, that's brilliant. Getting results.
Yeah, it was like a light bulb moment. Like, oh, of course, if I exercise more, I'm going to be more hungry, and I'm also very mindful about when I eat and what I eat.
Yeah.
So especially before and after exercise, I make sure I get a sufficient amount of carbs for help with the energy production, and then afterwards enough protein to help my muscles rebuild. So so that's what's been working for me, and that's where I'm at with my lymphoma. So yeah, what about you guys? How are you going with yours, Paul? Are you still on maintenance?
Yeah, I've got my third one due next month in Feb. The second one was okay actually after I got a bit sick after the first one, but I felt okay after the second. So I'm hoping it's now going to be okay. I've noticed I lost a bit of weight, understandably during chemo, which I've gradually put back on. But did we talk about this before? That I did the Zoe test back in the States when I lived there a few years ago, and it told me that I metabolize carbs very well for energy, and fats less well. And actually, I was kind of chronically under eating carbs, I realized, and just eating lots of protein and lots of fat because it's good for you. But because my body doesn't process it very well, it made me more sluggish, my system, and I was not, the amount of exercise that I do, I wasn't seeing the results that I thought I should be. And since I've been eating a lot more carbs, and I've used ChatGPT to kind of create programs and to figure out, the mathematics of it all, my workouts are so much better. I'm putting weight on in the right places. I just feel so much better. So it really speaks to the idea of something more personalized, right? Like just because I know fats are good, and I used to just put so much olive oil on everything. I'm in Spain, and avocados and so many nuts every day, and those things are amazing. But for me personally, if I have too many of those, it doesn't work for me. So I've seemed to have found a bit of a happy equilibrium. So a great way to start the new year really with this quite easy, fun diet. Just means I have to reduce the fat maybe in the middle of the day, so I'm not kind of having them too close together. But then at breakfast and dinner, I'm fine. And I can eat all this pasta and potatoes and things that I thought I shouldn't be having as much of. Bread, as well as all the lovely veggies that I always eat. So yeah, I feel good.
It's great you've both researched things and you're getting results. That's good, isn't it?
How are you? How are you doing, Nicola?
Yeah, I'm good. I had my appointment the same day as you, Nikki, on Tuesday.
Wow.
Yeah, everything's, all my bloods were okay as they can be, and it's stable. He's really happy with me. I was hoping I'd get pushed out a bit more, maybe a 6 monthly, but he's still on the 4 months, so which is good because I mean he's a brilliant consultant, my doctor, and it just gives me that bit of, feels like I'm being looked after. So yeah, it's all good.
So today's episode is thematically New Year resolutions, the start of 2026. I'm interested in what you both think about resolutions. They can be really a great thing. They can sometimes be quite negative, quite toxic even. Where do you both stand on New Year's resolutions?
I love New Year's resolutions, actually. My son and I will do a vision board at the beginning of every year. But then 2 years ago on our vision board, we put that we wanted a pool. and and so
Great.
my husband's kind of said to me, no more vision boards.
A car. Yeah.
But that's a little bit different to like a personal, vision board, your health going forward. Yeah, I always like to do something, but I don't like to put too much pressure on myself about it. Yeah, like even I'm big on making little changes, like little improvements, one at a time, and I usually like to pick 5 things that I'd like to change health-wise. And personal-wise, whether it be, physical or my mental health or something like that. So my focus this year is going to be learning more about energy work and reducing stress and focus on meditation and just really balancing my body. So that's been my New Year's resolution, and I'm not doing too bad so far. I've been doing a lot more of my morning meditation and just starting the day a lot better. I also been doing lots of gentle walking, which my hematologist was like, make it a bit more brisk. But it's quite meditative for me. I like just to just out on my own, just walk around the neighborhood, and I do leave my dogs at home, but I do go on a second walk in the evening and I take my dogs. But I do feel a bit guilty sometimes. But this is for me, when we've got to put ourselves first sometimes, and I really enjoy it. I leave my phone behind. I don't have any technology. Off I go, and I really love that. It just balances me out for the day. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah, I've a mixed kind of relationship with New Year's resolutions, but I tend to always have them just because it feels natural and kind of the thing to do, a natural reset, I guess, and goal making for the year. But especially in my work, but with friends and family as well, they can become quite rigid and quite. This is the only time that we think of ourselves or look after ourselves or set goals for ourselves, and I think that's where we can go wrong with resolutions. And then, as you mentioned, Nikki, the pressure that we put onto ourselves, and I see it often in I've always been in the gym. People come, and it's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? People come early in January to the gym, they last a few weeks and then they disappear. That people make a joke out of that, and which is really sad because it's people really trying hard to change something and then not being able to sustain it. So I don't like that side of New Year's resolutions. It's a bit of an industry almost.
Yeah.
But I think what you said, Nikki, the idea of subtle or small steps or small, literally in your case, or small modifications that can build up to a bigger picture. I think they're great. And so for me personally, I'm going to commit to improving my Spanish more this year because I've been so busy with other things that I've got a Spanish class after this actually, but I'm going to be more consistent with that. In terms of my health, I've started stretching every day, and that comes with a meditation as well. I've been so lazy about stretching. I'm always running in the gym and playing paddle, but I just never stretch. I'm so lazy. And I feel great after just maybe 2 weeks I started before Christmas and it feels really good now. Just before New Year, sorry. So I'm going to maintain that. And what was the other thing? Just to find more of a balance between work and play, I guess. I can be really focused on my work and it's a bit all consuming, which I love. And there's many deadlines and various things. But I need to find more time for that fun, which I'm definitely going to be doing this year. So yeah, very, very good. I think they're useful for me to have something to focus on. What about you, Nicola?
Yeah, I'm a bit like you both. I think it's a good reset and I think it's very motivational and it can be. But I think all this new year, new me is so, there's just a lot of pressure, isn't there? And that's like you say, you see people at the gym in January and then February it's empty again. And I think for me, I tend to use January as a sort of gentle reset. Don't put any pressure on myself. Especially at the moment, it's freezing. I just want to sort of hunker down and just sort of chill out and relax after a busy Christmas. And I think for me, I start sort of thinking what my intentions and goals are going to be for the year, but I never sort of start anything properly implement it until at least the spring. I think the spring for me is my the winter months I just sort of nourish myself and hibernate a bit.
Feels very British, right? Or Northern European to kind of
Yeah,
hibernate and then step out of the coziness when the
yeah,
bluebells come out and the daffodils.
yeah. Yeah, so I do a lot of thinking and sort of thought processing, but for me, the spring is when I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go now. Yeah,
Yeah, that makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
So just thinking of our community really and what they might be feeling at this stage. Obviously, we're all in that community and we have our different ways of starting the new year. I guess people will be going through different things. Obviously, watch and wait, newly diagnosed, which would be a very difficult time, as we discussed last in the Christmas episode. Those who've had several treatments and they're kind of maybe in remission. We talked about your ornament story, Nicola, actually, in the last episode was really, really lovely that when you take them out, I mean, it was kind of sad, but then also lovely.
Oh, the wish. Yeah.
Yeah, you make a wish. I hope I
Yeah.
see you again next year. And I guess this time of year it's very similar, isn't it? It's another year. What's 2026 going to bring? How do I look after myself, my mental health? Make sure I'm prioritizing health and mental health. How do I connect with people that get it in the community? How many episodes are we on now? Is this number
This
12,
is 10.
11? Oh, 10. I don't know why I got to 12. Maybe I'm looking ahead at the planning, maybe.
Yes.
And I guess we want to set our intentions for the year as well with the podcast and how we want to develop this in collaboration with the community is doing well. Much more than I was maybe expecting, especially in those early episodes, but it has tailed off. And we want to figure out how we can inspire the community to get more involved. People are quite quiet. I don't know if they, I feel like I want to speak directly to them if they're watching, but I don't know if they're kind of shy and they like what we're doing, but they don't want to put their head above the parapet. Or we're not doing the topics or touching the topics that might be important to them. Maybe we're too upbeat in some episodes, and that feels a bit difficult with such an intense subject as FL. Maybe we're too morose sometimes when it's if people don't want to see that. I know when I was on Watch and Wait, I avoided a lot of things. Maybe I wouldn't have watched a podcast at a certain point. So it's a bit of an appeal as well, right? This episode today, starting off the new year, how can we make this a podcast that you want to tune into?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're interested in coming on the podcast and sharing your story and getting involved more, please reach out. Email us at the flcommunitypodcast@gmail.com and send through your ideas. That's what we really need. We really want to know what you guys want. What do you expect from the podcast? What do you want to see? What do you want to hear? What do you want to learn about? And who do you want to hear from? I know we've got a couple of very exciting guests coming up this year. So we're going to get Robert Miller from Lymphoma Survival on. So that's really exciting. But is there anyone that you want to see on the podcast? Send us a message or even comment in the community on our YouTube channel. And, we're at 93 subscribers now. So let's get that over 100. So
we can do
get
it.
onto YouTube and click subscribe and share the podcast as much as you can. Share it on your Facebook or Instagram or whatever else, because we'd love to get it out there.
My family members listen to the episodes and they kind of learn a lot. It's not just for us, although primarily, but we're quite a large community and we need to kind of get it to the people that either don't know how to figure out how to listen to it in the way that they want to, or they can't find the time, or it feels like it might be a good idea, but is the subject the right subject? I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, I was trying to think if I were listening, I think I would like be concentrating on kind of guests and experts maybe around certain subjects. And as we kind of progress, maybe we'll be able to invite some of the experts that we see in some of the webinars, for example. They might have the time to kind of speak with us. And as they're quite specific topics that might draw specific audiences. I know Nicola Mendelssohn's episode did quite well, as you would expect, a big figure in our world, and all the work that she's done. So yeah, we do really want your input.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think the importance of connection within this community, and then having your say in the feedback, it's a truly powerful thing, isn't it? It's giving that voice and just the connection with the community.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would love to get the Follicular Lymphoma Foundation more involved as well. So maybe we'll get some staff on from the FLF, and they can tell us all the exciting things that they've been doing. And I think this year is going to be a really exciting year with the foundation. So I think it'd be good to get that information out there and get them more involved. Would be really good. So yeah, but let us know what you guys want. So please, let us know. Send some topic ideas or guests that you'd like to see on. That would be, it's really important that we understand what everybody wants.
We need your feedback.
Exactly. But I do think that people do enjoy it from what I'm hearing from the comments that we do get. I think it's more a question of reach, maybe, and making sure it gets to people. But we do need to leave space for making sure we are covering the right topics and content and doing it in the right way. We're amateurs at this. We're learning how to do it on the job.
We are.
We're getting better, hopefully. I think we are.
I think, I think so.
Come a long way.
Your interview was amazing with Nicola Mendes.
It was, yeah.
Thank you. That was proper daytime TV kind of talk show style.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of turning my living room into a talk show.
Yes, like 60 mics and cameras.
That'd be nice. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. The email address is the flcommunitypodcast@gmail.com, but you can also reach out to us on Facebook as moderators if that's the only way you can find us, or on comments here, for example, on YouTube. But yeah, we wanted to set the intention for the year. I wish you all a very happy new year, whatever might come, and we look forward to sharing more episodes with you and guests and other people's stories. And come and talk to us. Come on the episode.
Yes, please. Would love that. Yeah, we want to meet more people from around the world as well, not just the UK or Australia, or the US. Let's get more from the US, more from, more remote countries as well, because it'd be really interesting to hear what their health system is like and what, how are they navigating that? Yeah, because it's quite interesting. Unfortunately, some people are in a really remote areas. So, we want to know what your issues are. So maybe we could do something to help. So reach out.
That's again, being in Spain, there's a huge, I think maybe it's the third largest contingent after the UK and the US and maybe Australia, or maybe the fourth largest in terms of engagement. And there are so many great doctors here, particularly in Barcelona, from what I understand. But also here where I'm treated, great doctors. We could probably get some of them on, and speak about how things are in this country and other places too. So sky's the limit.
Absolutely. And we've got the Spanish community as well. So it'd be great to get somebody from the Spanish community 100%. On here. Yeah.
Yes. Don't think that just because we're, English speaking first language, that we only want people like us. We want everybody to be part of this community, wherever you're from. So it's a short one today, just a bit of a hello to the community, and we better sign off. We're looking forward to a full-length episode next month with a special guest, which will be revealed soon.
Yes.
But for now, are we allowed to reveal it now, or should we make it a surprise?
Keep a surprise, I think.
Yeah. Very special guest coming up. I'm excited.
It is.
Good.
All right.
Okay, we better sign off.
And remember, here at the FL Community Podcast, our motto is
from surviving to thriving.
One story at a time. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next month, and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yes,
Happy
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.